Hello and welcome to the weekly bench update. We got several things to cover. We got mail calls. We'll go over a few stash ads I've had over the last few weeks, what we've been doing on the bench, and what we will be doing on the bench. So let's get into her. Start off with mail calls. First up, shop card from Caleb over at Mighty Model Shop Creations. Fantastic young gentleman here and a great little YouTube channel. Caleb's got a nice little setup with his dad, kind of a father-son modeling room setup. So you kind of get a 2-for-1 on his channel. Again, they do some vintage stuff. They do modern stuff, a little bit of everything. Both fantastic builders. So if you have not checked them out, make sure to go check out their channel. There's some info there. This is YouTube, Facebook, and if you need to get a hold of him, they're on his email. So again, make sure you go check out Caleb there. And next in the mail, we got our token from Dan the Man over at the 60s Rule channel from the Psychedelic 60s Group Build. Fantastic little token that he sends out to the participants. Great idea. I do appreciate you sending this to me, Dan, and look forward to next year. Next up, we'll talk about the other things in front of us. Some mail calls. Again, this is kind of over the last maybe 3-4 weeks or something like that. I will start over here on the left. From Drag City Castings, Ed Fluck there does a lot of resin casting stuff, so I kind of ordered up a bunch of hoods. He kind of had a little special pricing on them. I think I've got most of his hoods now. I've ordered a couple 3 orders from him in the past, so I figured I'd just clean up the rest of his offerings. I do believe this is the 36 Ford. Nice louvered hood there, ready to go. We got a 40 Ford hood. This is cast from an original. So we got nice crisp molding around there, and of course no cutout bell under the hood. Nice clean hood. Don't have to worry about that ghosting from that pre-cutout. And then a whole bunch of teardrops. I'm not sure what they're all for, but we got a ton of various teardrops. I believe that's for like the Ranchero. A few others. 55 Chevy, nice teardrop. And a Studebaker there, and a few others. So I think I've got, again, a collection of all of his hoods. They don't go bad, so why not pick them up, have them at the ready for the next upcoming builds. And next upcoming builds, we picked this one up a couple weeks ago, and I think many of you know why, and that is for Terry over at Hobby Barn, aka Senior. He was kind of on the downfall, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. Seen this kind of come across my Facebook feed. Somebody was selling it, and I knew I had to pick it up to eventually do a build. And there is a build off coming for him in his honor. So I look forward to building this up. I'll go more into this when I do the actual entry video for this. And what we're going to plan, kind of debating between doing it kind of correctly or maybe doing a little twist on it. There's not a whole lot of surface area to do much for custom painting, but maybe either do it our way or kind of do it appropriate. Let me know what you guys think we should do for Terry on the Boothill Express. It is a complete kit. I'm not normally into kind of these theme style show rods, but again, for a good reason, I will absolutely give it a go. And last over here, picked this up on eBay, a couple of kits. I know that this has been repopped many a times, but getting a original for a decent price, kind of hard to pass up. Great little 3-in-1. Get a little crisper molding with the originals. You do get side windows with these originals. I'm not sure if there's any other changes. Maybe we need to do a comparison. We will have to dig through, but I think they're pretty much the same, the new ones, as this original here. But again, getting the nice crisp molding for the same price as a repop, can't pass it up. And then always have to check in the seller's other items. You had this little guy, just too cool of a box art there. MPC 1926 Morris Cowley Roadster, build it stock or wild drag. Just really cool box art. This is a small scale customizing kit. You can do her stock or as a dragster. Just really cool box art and decent price. Figured why not. We'll give it a look. We got some other cool hot rods there. I'm sure the box art is probably better than the kit, but someday we'll dig into that guy. Now on to what's been going on the bench. Of course, you all have seen we had kind of a big February coming into March. Lots of videos coming out, lots of paint. We had both of Sean's paint jobs and their videos come out there at the end of the month. We finished up 3 builds there in February. Actually, I think we started and finished them all in a couple of weeks. But we had the Naked Models group build, 67 Chevelle, again for my group build. Wrapped that up at the end of February, along with the small scale group build. We did the Revell Continental. And then we had the build for 3, which again was for the Psychedelic 60s group build, Facebook build off, and for a benefit auction, and that is for the Herschel Weaver benefit auction, going towards his family. Again, we had lost him to cancer. Kind of a big ambassador there on the Facebook community and with his group. Speaking of that, today, Saturday, March 16th, is the auction that build is going across the auction block. So make sure you guys check in to that auction. That's happening at 7 p.m. Eastern today, and that is on the Herks Modelworks page. I'll leave a link in the description that'll jump you right into the auction. You can go over there, click on the link. You can click on like going or interested. You can set an alert so you get notified as soon as that video goes live, so you don't miss any of the auction. Again, there's going to be some great builds, lots of donated new kits and stuff. So if you want to pick up some modeling kits, whether built or unbuilt, a great place to do it. Go ahead and spend a little bit more because it is for a benefit auction. So again, kind of the last call on that, and a chance to pick up one of my paint jobs there. So that kind of wraps it up with the completed builds this past week or so. Since we wrapped up all the builds there at the end of February, it's kind of been just some spring cleaning and mainly parts that we've been dealing with. I've kind of neglected and been piling up a lot of my parts from my builds. You know, I get all the leftovers, 3-in-1 stuff. So I think all the way back to the 41 Plymouth, I just kind of had the parts in the box, still in the trees. So we had to go through all of those, trim them off the trees. This is kind of what I store my parts in. I need at least 1 or 2 more of these to get these figured out. You can see we've got engine accessories, exhaust. So I've got everything kind of sorted where we need to go. We've got some wheels, exterior, small, large. So again, that's how I sort all of my new stuff. And you may remember a couple of months ago, I think it's been now already, I got a big like gallon Ziploc bag of vintage parts and stuff like that. So we've been sorting through that. So we've been meticulously sorting through the piles of goodies, especially in those vintage stuff. I'm super excited to see all the good stuff we've got in that bag. This is all kind of like 58 to 64 is what I've seen as far as the era. These are all original pieces. This is a bag of all of the trophies and stuff. So this is super cool to see. Can't wait to dig into this a little more. We got some of like the display lamps, easels, again, all the trophies. Super cool stuff to see this. The vintage stuff that I do love. And then sorting through a bunch of other stuff. Kind of our grills. We got them sorted, bars, just grill bars, Nerf bars, things like that. Again, bagged. I think I'll get another big plastic case and keep all of this vintage original stuff separated. We got lenses and glass. We got our spot lamps. We got like single lamps. We've got it sorted by double lamps. Got our reds and stuff all sorted, so we're ready to find when we need. Very tedious process to go through all of this stuff, but it'll make up for it. Got the old battery pack there. We got knockoffs sorted by 2-bar, 3-bar, 4 and 5 bars. I'm just super geeking out about all this cool vintage stuff. Here we got like interior accessories, reel to reels. Got a little toolbox there. Got a little TV that was already painted up. Again, by some of the original builders. This came with that same lot that I got, that 64 El Camino, that original kit. Again, a lot of 58 to 64 original stuff that he had. Just really cool stuff. Got a little pedestal phone. Here we even got a painted up record player with the speakers. Got a little thread there holding the speaker wires together. Here we got small exterior There's all of the original plates from the 3-in-1 kits. We got some custom car plates. We got the original mirrors. Some of you guys probably don't care about this stuff, but I think there's some vintage guys that like seeing this. Big old bag of antennas, long antennas. We got the nice bars there. We got some exhaust and injector stacks. Some random like tow bar stuff. This is all tools and jacks. Cool stuff there. Got more interior stuff. We got consoles, steering wheels, foot pedals, shifters, seat belts, all the other interior goodies, and all sorts of cool stuff. We've got, these are just bullets of different sizes, again sorted by sizes and styles. Super excited about this. This is all emblems, some like original 63 Ford F100 badges there. I've got them all labeled for what they came off of, hood ornaments, things like that. Again, very tedious process, but happy to finally get through this. Fun to see all the cool stuff that's in there. We got some horns, of course we got door handles, random stuff. We got a bunch of cans here, guys that like oil cans, gas cans, all of that. Some that were painted up, some that were just in their parts box. Then we got a nice little bag of all the little animals and cats. I'll have to go through. I don't know if there's a list of all of the ones that were available, but I'd have to bet that we've got most, if not all of the animals in there. Certainly some that I had never seen before going through this. Again, very cool, super jacked. Definitely got a good deal on this with all the cool parts. Just got some stand stuff. That pretty much does it for all of that. Again, just had to geek out a little bit. Love all of this vintage stuff. And then now on to the future on the bench. We've got this one. This is the Moon Eyes Dragster. This is going to be built up for Tom's appreciation build. Again, we're going to build the Moon Eyes, not as the Moon Eyes, something a little different there to go with. So that's a build that's for sure coming up. I know that there's a couple more, can't think of off my head. Of course, we've got the USAC that's still sitting in a box. Maybe we'll drag that guy back out. And then next weekend is the Nebraska Challenge Show that I'm planning on attending. So if you guys are in the Nebraska area and are going to that, make sure you come up to me, find me, say hi. Love to chat with you guys. I know Terry Wilson's down there. There's a couple other YouTubers in that area, so we'll see who shows up for that show. Super excited for that. I heard that there's a lot of nice vendors there, so hopefully I can replenish my wallet for that show. And with that, we'll call it a video, and thanks for watching.